Of course, we've followed his career from afar, and since he left here, and I think everyone's very, very happy to have him back. And he can speak for himself, but it seems like he's happy to be back as well. The mood's been very good. He's worked well, and we're looking forward to Saturday, of course.
It certainly sounds like he's happy to be back. He's also said that he's been putting you under some pressure to start the match this weekend. Is he ready to start in your mind, if selected, of course?
Well, he's been having a good pre-season with Juventus. He's played for the national team. He's had a good week with us here, and he will definitely be on the pitch at some point, that's for sure.
Stone?
Ollie, when you spoke to us just before the international break, it was a little bit confused about whether he was going to be coming or not. How much of a lift can him being there give the rest of the squad? We know what he's achieved, but in terms of his personality and his determination and his drive, how will that help the team?
I wasn't confused when I spoke to you. That was you. You were confused. I wasn't. I was quite happy at the moment, but couldn't say everything, of course. But Cristiano coming back in with just the way he's conducted himself this week as well. He's come in, and of course we know what he's achieved in his career, but he's coming here to achieve more, and he's coming here to put demands. That's what he does. He's lived his life with the discipline of a top professional ever since he came here. I remember he was the first one who did the prep really well. Like, he was so every day, then 45 minutes before training session, and we started looking at this kid doing all this before training, and he'll have the same effect now with all the players. Even though the group obviously we have grown as a group the last few years. I have to say the determination, the desire, the focus has improved all the time, and bit by bit, even like bringing Rafael in, he's come in with a winner's mentality, with an unbelievable focus. But then, of course, Cristiano comes in as well, and that, you know, there's no place to hide when you got winners like them. You can't go into training and give 95% or not being focused, and that's what he demands of himself and of everyone else. So it's been great to having him in.
You'll be asked more about Cristiano, but can I ask you about Fred and the situation with the Brazilian players, and what your response is to where you find yourself at the moment?
No, I think it's a lose situation for everyone. National teams, players, clubs. It's been a farce, really. The players want to play, but we all know what kind of situation we find ourselves in the last year and a half, with the pandemic, with the travels, with everyone trying to limit the spread of the virus. Of course, we worked really hard before this to try to find a way, private jets, you know, there's ways of getting them in and out, but all the decisions have gone against the players, that's for sure. They want to play for the national teams, they want to play for the clubs, and they're not allowed. So for me, disappointed with the whole thing. Common sense might not be so common anymore, and then we need to prepare the game without Fred, but still fingers crossed that some sense can come into people's minds, and that we can use him.
Simon Peach.
Hi Ollie, on the subject of availability for tomorrow, Dean Henderson, Scott McTominay, Alex Telles, obviously Jayden came back from England duty. Will they be available? What's their situation?
They're all training. Dean has not got the after effects on the tiredness anymore, so that's been very positive. Telles is not 100% yet. There'll be still a few weeks, and Scott has recovered very, very quickly from the operation. So if he's going to play or not, I'm not sure, but probably not. depending on who we've got available as well, who we can use.
Jayden as well, and also obviously Cristiano. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, Jayden's come back in, of course, with a minor knock, but he's trained the last couple of days. Disappointed that he couldn't play for England, of course, but determined to be fit, and he's available. So that's a positive. Cristiano's trained all week, so he's available. The internationals, we didn't get anyone injured. Of course, Luke, Harry, Victor played late on Wednesday night, so they've not had a lot of recovery, but they will be available, I think.
I'll ask about Cristiano. Obviously, he's returning a different player to the one that left. How you saw him in your system, and is it safe to say he's the set piece guy now?
You know, everyone evolves and they develop throughout their career. Of course, Cristiano is a different player to the one who left, but he's in such a good nick still, and he'll be looking at the next few years to play as much as he can, to score as many goals as he can. He's a threat from direct set plays himself, but also to be on the end of crosses, and he's adding something extra that we haven't got his skill sets in the team, the mix of his skill sets, or well, no one has really, because he is, if not the, at least one of the best players that's ever played the game.
Rob,
Hi, Ollie. You used to be Cristiano's teammate. You're now his manager. I just wonder how you deal with that dynamic, and how do you manage such a big personality, such a big player as Cristiano?
No, that's fine. You know, we've got mutual respect for each other. Who cannot have respect for what he's achieved in his career? But he knows that I've got to make the decisions, and when to play him, when not to play him. Any player wants to play as much as possible. Of course he does. It's my job now to manage him, and that we get the best out of him. I want to see the best out of Cristiano, of course, and that comes with communication with him, because we have played together, as you said. We spent a few years together at the club, and of course we know each other, so that's no issue. He doesn't need me to tell him what to do. He's always had this determination, the desire to be the best, and he still has, and he prepares. He's probably the one I've seen in my career, that the ones I've played with, that has prepared and taken the steps that he needed to. Of course, you got Ryan Giggs, who played until 40 odd, and I'm not going to be surprised if Cristiano will end up with the same age as Ryan.
Can you talk us through how the discussions went with Edinson Cavani about giving up his number 7 shirt?
Well, it's one of these things that Edinson has been remarkable. Played really, really well last season. Cristiano ring into Edinson, and they speak with each other. And to pass up his shirt, it just shows the respect he's got for Cristiano, but also Cristiano speaking to Edinson shows the respect the other way. And two top professionals and players and human beings.
last question this section for Michael Gray.
Hi, Ollie.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, mate. Yeah. Ollie, I know how difficult it was first time around to play against Cristiano. What can we expect differently this time from him?
As I said, it's developed, it's evolved as a player. As age goes by, you have to change your game a little bit. I don't think you're going to see them 18, 19, 20 step overs before he goes past you. But he still has them. He still has the step over, the shift and the shoot. He's developed into one of the most accurate finishers that I've seen. I did see parts of that when he was here, of course, and he developed. But what he's developed in his years at Real Madrid impressed us all. He's one of the best, of course, in the air. His timing, desire to get on the end of crosses is second to none. He still hits the target 9 out of 10 or 99 out of 100 times when he shoots from outside the box as well. So he's he knows the game more. Definitely, he knows which positions to drop into and when to run in behind, and he's still as quick. It looks like from the stats. So, and he's a shining leading star. Of course, everyone's going to look up to him, and he's going to be a leader in this dressing room.